Hello everybody, today we're going to be unboxing and setting up the Lowe's 2024 Reaper keyboard player. Now, his box is somewhat messed up. The tape isn't even on this side, but he is hopefully in pretty okay shape, considering how messed up the box is. Go. This box, by the way, is huge. It's, I think, about 3 feet in height, maybe even more. It is very tall. So let's open them up. And this is the exact reason. Right here, there's instructions. And this bag is opened. This is why right here. This is the keyboard, I think. Oops. This is one of his hands. I'm trying to pull this out. There we go. This, I believe, is the keyboard. Keyboard and webbing. This is the reason this box is so huge. The entire keyboard, the keyboard took up that entire space. Or wasn't, not widthwise, but all the way down. So keyboard is humongous. Let's see if I can get anything else out of here without having to undo 50 million twist ties. But I'll have to do that camera. No. The pulls on the adapter is right on the, which is twist tied to the poles for some reason. I've never seen that happen. Let's see. I have to pull this out off camera. So here he is now, out of the box. Oh, never mind. These twist ties are not very secured on there. I could probably get them out here. So this is his one arm, which is not motorized. I know at the expo, they were a bit messed up. This guy in particular was, I know. Here it is. Plastic gearing. Other than there's a brass gear head on there. So that's the gear that breaks the comment in these mechanisms. So I guess that's fine. The bag of clothing, batteries which had fallen loose down here, some loose bubble wrap. There's his head. I don't think I can get it out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to undo it. You see his really cool hair there, and his base. I'll get him out and lay out all the parts. So this mechanism here also is all plastic gears, and this one's actually all plastic gears. See if I can catch the light on it. The motor shaft gear is also plastic. It is not metal. So the keyboard Reaper player includes the actual Reaper himself, the left arm with the mechanism, the right arm, the base, back there, the clothing, or it's like a separate bag of cloth, I believe, for covering the keyboard, the back frame, the keyboard pole. The square one is the pole for the keyboard. The 2 body poles, one with the control box and the adapter. It was actually came plugged in like that on him from the box. The keyboard stand, the actual main waist module frame, and then the keyboard itself, which looks really awesome. Let me show you here. It is cool. It does light up. On the back, there's skulls that light up. It looks really nice. Obviously, the keys don't articulate it any, but there he is. So let's get to setting him up. I also forgot to mention there are instructions and a little mini snap lock remover. So the first step is connecting the two main support poles. The control box does go in the front with all the stuff already plugged in. Your next step is to attach the spine frame. It's this piece, this cross piece here, which connects the two leg poles, which I guess are more front and back. They are noticeably, if you look at it from the front direction, there's only forward. His control box is very up front, so it'll be very loud. And then the next step after that is to connect on this pole, which you then put the keyboard, then you put on that, and then you put the fabric over it, and then you actually put the keyboard on. Now, this part is a little confusing, but the elastic, there is one elastic band on this fabric piece here, which covers the keyboard pole basically, and you feed that on one hook around the pole onto the other one. So the one elastic band goes over these two hooks. Next, you put on that spine piece, and then you put on this Reaper body over it. Your next step is to hook up the arms up in here. Your next step is to put the keyboard on. You line it up these 4 holes on the keyboard down there. Make sure this one's facing the front and back. You can tell by which way the keys and all are facing. Now, once you get the keyboard lined up, go ahead and connect all of these wires, plug them in, kind of adjust his clothing around as needed, and he will be ready to go. So here he is fully assembled. The cobwebs could use some adjusting on him. I should mention he does have a Velcro strap on top of each hand, and then he has the 2 parts underneath. So basically you connect it on the top and then loop it around. I have not tested him yet, but he is on a lower audio setting, as I do not fancy blowing my eardrums out. He is on mode. He is going to be running through his pre-recorded sequence, which is I Love Halloween, parody of I Love Rock and Roll. Let's here we go. I know where sensor is.
I love Halloween. Put another tree to the tree bag, baby. I love Halloween. Come on, it's your time to dance with me. Ow! You better fear the Reaper. I saw you standing there in the graveyard scene. Think it must have been around Halloween. And I knew you'd soon be mine until the end of time. I could tell it wouldn't be long till you were with me and me, singing I love Halloween. Put another tree in the tree bag, baby. I love Halloween. Come on, it's your time to dance with me.
So here he is, the new for 2024 Reaper keyboardist from Lowe's with their Reaper Rockstar collection. I really do think this guy is awesome. He's probably my personal favorite of the Reaper band. However, I do think the singer's probably the best one. However, I do like the keyboardist the best. He is built very, very well. The keyboard is a little wobbly, which not really a big deal. It is a nice thick plastic. So's the hands and the head. The hair is a regular wig. The control box is down. They kind of see it laid out. The clothing's a little messed up because I had to plug them in. But he looks awesome. The animation is cool. The only one arm moving is a little weird, but nobody's really gonna notice. The head rocking is awesome. And this movement is awesome. I can see it lasting a long time. I can show you here on the drummer, because it's he's easier to access. On the drummer here, here's the same mechanism. There are metal collars on the square shafts pieces, with the square shaft piece that connects to the arm. So the arm pieces are not going to split. The only thing that can really theoretically split now would be the gear, and the gear is a lot easier to replace than the arm pieces. Overall, I do really think this guy is awesome. I believe he's $298, basically $300, which I do think is a good price for him, considering how well he is built and the fact he is Bluetooth compatible. I think he'll look great with the other characters, especially. I'm not sure exactly how he would look as a standalone character, but with the others, he really, really looks awesome. And it's definitely worth getting if you have the guitarist and the drummer from last year. Now, unfortunately, this guy is online only this year. The other 3 members are going to be in stores. However, the keyboardist here will be an online only item. So if you get the other 3 characters in stores and you want to complete the collection, you're gonna have to get this guy online. Usually on the online stuff does last to the sale usually, but since he is part of a set, I can really see him selling out, and you probably will have to pay full price. However, Lowe's does offer free shipping, especially on this guy, which is crazy because his box is ginormous. So that will be it for this review, unboxing demo of the Lowe's 2024 Reaper keyboardist. Let me know what you think of this guy in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.